Get ready for the dictation. On the count of 3, 2, 1, start. Now, I am coming to another international experience. During the last discussion on the budget, I had also tried to mention the tax GDP ratio. Our country is the lowest among the G20 countries. The tax GDP ratio in the case of China is 22%, South Africa 28%, Russia 30%, Brazil 33%. Sir, increase in our 1% means increase of 1 lakh crores to the revenue of this country. If the tax GDP ratio is as same as of China, then India would get an additional revenue of rupees 9 lakh crores. If it is as same as of Brazil, then we would get an additional revenue of rupees 22 lakh crores. Then there will be no question of these type of deficits. The government is trying to give more concessions to corporates. It has already been mentioned by my learned colleagues, so I would not like to repeat and go into those details. Then I come to abolishment of wealth tax from the finance minister's speech. I quote, "Should a tax which leads to high cost of collection and a low yield be continued, or should it be replaced with a low cost and higher yield tax?" This is the logic for the abolishment of wealth tax by the finance minister. Sir, in 2001, the cost of wealth tax collection was 53% of the actual wealth tax. But what is the reality now? This cost of wealth tax collection has decreased to 9%, so that logic does not suit for this year's budget. Because you are giving more benefits to corporates, then you have imposed one super tax. There is no constitutional liability of the center to give a share from this to the state government. That is what our understanding says. Sir, our finance minister follows Mr. Chidambaram's path. In 2012, that house and his house passed the finance bill along with retrospective implementation. At that time, Jaitley had taken the same position. He was against retrospective taxation, but the two houses of parliament passed a finance bill with retrospective taxation. The then finance minister, Mr. Chidambaram, constituted a single-man committee on the basis of his recommendations. He deferred the decision of the parliament representing the whole nation. The finance minister repeated that the reduction in corporate tax was done after considering the international scenario and for attracting foreign investment. This is only in developing countries. Next year, some countries are ready to reduce the corporate tax to 20%. The result is this country would become a tax haven. India should take the leadership against these type of policies, reducing the corporate tax. Looking to the developed countries, why are these developing countries competing for giving more concessions? We have a very good tradition in the international scenario as the leader of third world countries. We should take the leadership against this type of decreasing corporate tax for the benefit of the multinational companies and finance capital. Sir, if you are looking at the international scenario, why is the minister not ready to increase the direct tax component as per the international scenario? Why is the government not ready for increasing the tax ratio? Sir, they are not ready for implementing these types of things because this is in the interest of the common man of this country. This is in the interest of the nation. but it is not in the interest of the corporates. This corporate tax reduction is to protect the interest of the finance capital. Sir, actually the genuine investors are not scared of the tax. Then why are you trying to give more and more concession than they want? Sir, for investment, we always quote the World Bank. But how can capital come to a country where the communal riots are the order of the day? How can capital come to a country where Ghar Wapasi is happening? How can capital come to a country where the churches are burning every day? The capital comes to a country where the government itself determines good habits in the society. This attracts the investment. Sir, inflow of capital or investment depends upon several factors. You are giving more and more tax concessions to the corporates. That is not the right way. Then what is your tax collection? It is fallen short by rupees 1 lakh crores from the budget estimates, but we should consider it. In addition to this estimate, the government collected more than 25,000 crores of rupees from the people, as per the answer given to this House through the hike in the excise duty on petrol, gas and diesel.